Welcome back to the channel to this eye-opening journey into the world of rare and valuable United States coins, where myths collide with reality and true knowledge separates fortune from false hope. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and misunderstood coins in modern American numismatic history. Top 5. First up, the 1984 P. Washington Quarter. Many people believe this coin holds unimaginable power to change lives overnight, while others dismiss it as ordinary pocket change. In this video, we uncover the truth, explore its real worth, and reveal what actually makes a coin valuable in today's market, so you don't fall victim to rumors, exaggerations, or costly mistakes. The 1984 P. Washington Quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, during a time when the U.S. Mint was producing coins in extremely large quantities to meet everyday circulation demand. This was not a low mintage year, and millions upon millions of these quarters entered circulation almost immediately. Because of this, the coin itself is not inherently rare, and the presence of the P Mint mark does not make it special by default. Many people believe that any old or dirty coin must be valuable, but in numismatics, age and dirt alone do not create wealth. Value comes from scarcity, condition, and confirmed minting anomalies. A very important truth that must be said clearly is this: there is no verified 1984 P. Washington Quarter worth millions of dollars. No auction house, no grading authority, and no serious collector has ever confirmed such a sale. Claims of million-dollar 1984 quarters are myths, often exaggerated for views or clicks. A coin cannot make someone a billionaire overnight unless it is a one-of-a-kind, officially documented error with historic importance. And the 1984 P quarter does not meet that standard under normal circumstances. Condition plays a huge role in value, and this is where many misunderstandings occur. A very dirty or heavily circulated 1984 P quarter is usually worth only its face value, which is 25 cents. Dirt, corrosion, scratches, and wear actually reduce value, they do not increase it. Collectors pay premiums for sharp details, original luster, and surfaces that show minimal wear. A dirty coin does not hide treasure, it hides damage. Cleaning it improperly can permanently destroy any small collector value it might have had. However, there is a narrow window where an ordinary coin can become extraordinary, and that window is called mint errors. If, and this is a big if, a 1984 P quarter has a major genuine mint error such as a dramatic off-center strike, a wrong planchet strike, or a clearly visible double die confirmed by a professional grading service, then the coin can be worth more than face value. Even in those rare cases, values typically reach hundreds or a few $1,000s, not millions. Extraordinary prices require extraordinary proof. Some people confuse normal wear or damage with mint errors, and this is dangerous thinking. A coin that looks misshapen because it was hit by machinery, flattened, scratched, or corroded after leaving the mint is not rare. True mint errors happen during the striking process and have specific, recognizable characteristics. Without third-party authentication from companies like PCGS or NGC, no serious buyer will believe a claim of extreme value, no matter how exciting the story sounds. The myth that don't sell it cheap, it can change your fortune overnight, is emotionally powerful, but it often traps people into disappointment. Real wealth in coin collecting comes from knowledge, patience, and verified facts, not from viral claims. Many people hold onto common coins for years believing they own hidden riches, only to discover later that the market never supported those dreams. Understanding the truth early protects you from false hope. That said, the Washington Quarter series itself is historically important. It represents America's respect for George Washington and reflects changes in minting technology, metal composition, and production scale over decades. The 1984 P quarter is part of that story, but it is a common chapter, not a legendary one. Its value lies more in education than in profit, unless it is found in exceptionally high, uncirculated condition. If a 1984 P quarter is found in brilliant uncirculated condition, with no wear and strong original mint luster, it can be worth several dollars to collectors who need it for daytime mint collections. Coins graded MS-65 or higher can sell for more, but even the finest known examples do not approach life-changing money. They are collectible, respectable, and interesting, not magical. It is also important to understand that no legitimate expert will ever claim a coin's value without seeing it, weighing it, measuring it, and examining it under magnification. Anyone promising millions based only on a date and mint mark is not protecting your interests. Real numismatics is careful, documented, and evidence-based. If you truly believe your coin is special, the smartest move is not to dream or panic, but to verify. Keep it safe, do not clean it, and compare it carefully with known error types. Education is what turns curiosity into confidence, not hype. Coins do not reward belief, they reward understanding. In the end, the 1984 P Washington quarter does not possess secret, unimaginable power to create overnight fortunes. What it can do is teach a valuable lesson about how myths spread and how truth protects collectors. Real treasure in coin collecting is knowledge, because knowledge prevents loss and opens the door to genuine opportunities when true rarities do appear. If you want, I can also help you learn how to correctly check your coin for real errors, or explain which Washington quarters actually have proven high values, based on facts, not fantasy. Next up, the 1998 P Washington quarter often gets surrounded by dramatic stories, emotional claims, and viral rumors saying it is a secret ultra-rare coin worth millions of dollars that can change your life overnight. When someone finds a dirty, worn quarter with a P mint mark, the imagination starts running wild. People begin to believe they are holding a hidden treasure ignored by the world. The truth, however, is far more complex and far more important to understand, because knowledge is what truly protects your fortune. The year 1998 was part of a very high production era for United States coinage. The Philadelphia Mint struck hundreds of millions of Washington quarters that year. These coins were made for everyday circulation, not as special collector pieces. Because of this massive production, a normal 1998 P quarter, especially one that is very dirty, heavily worn, or damaged, is not rare by default, no matter how emotional the story attached to it may sound. Many people believe dirt, age, or heavy wear somehow increases value. In reality, the opposite is true. Dirt does not mean rarity, it means circulation. Or does not mean uniqueness, it means usage. A dirty 1998 P quarter tells a story of being used in daily life, passed through hands, shops, pockets, and machines. But circulation history alone does not create million-dollar value. Where confusion truly begins is with the word error. Some extremely rare Washington quarters from different years have sold for large sums because of major mint errors, such as dramatic off-center strikes, double strikes, wrong metal planchets, or extreme die mistakes. These are not small scratches or normal wear. These are bold, obvious manufacturing accidents that even a non-expert can instantly see. Without such a clearly visible and confirmed error, the coin does not enter the high-value category. Another powerful myth is that unknown treasures are being hidden from the public and will suddenly explode in value. The truth is that the coin market is watched constantly by professional collectors, auction houses, and grading services. If a 1998 P quarter were secretly worth millions in normal condition, the market would already reflect that reality. Coins do not become billion-dollar objects simply because someone believes hard enough. They become valuable because of proven rarity and documented demand. Condition plays a critical role. The highest values in modern quarters are almost always achieved by perfect or near-perfect examples, professionally graded, untouched by circulation. A very dirty or worn coin automatically loses desirability in the collector market unless it carries a spectacular error. Dirt hides detail, where removes sharpness, and both reduce appeal rather than increase it. That said, this does not mean your coin is worthless. A 1998 P. Washington quarter still carries historical identity as part of the long-running Washington series, representing late 20th century American coin production before the state quarters era changed everything. It is a real piece of history, but history does not always equal high price. The most dangerous thing a person can do is believe exaggerated claims and reject reality. Many people lose money because they refuse fair offers, thinking their coin will one day be worth millions. Years pass, markets move on, and the coin remains exactly what it always was. True fortune does not come from myths, it comes from understanding. If someone ever claims that a normal 1998 P quarter can make you a billionaire overnight, that claim itself is the warning sign. Real rare coins come with paperwork, professional grading, auction records, and public sales history. They do not rely on mystery, secrecy, or emotional pressure. The real power is not in spending blindly or hoarding based on rumors, but in learning how coins are truly valued. When you understand minting numbers, condition standards, and error verification, you protect yourself from false hope and disappointment. Knowledge keeps your fortune safe far better than fantasy. So if you are holding a 1998 P. Washington quarter in very dirty condition, the smartest move is not to imagine impossible wealth, but to clean your understanding, not the coin. Preserve it as it is, learn what truly creates value, and never let exaggerated stories make decisions for you. True treasure is not believing every dramatic claim. It is knowing the difference between legend and reality. Next up, the 1982 D. Washington quarter is often surrounded by mystery because it comes from a transitional era in U.S. coinage, a time when the mint was under pressure, production quality was inconsistent, and mistakes sometimes slipped through. This atmosphere creates excitement, and excitement creates rumors. Many people believe that any old, dirty, or strange-looking quarter from this year could be worth millions. The reality is more complex, more interesting, and far more educational than simple exaggeration. Understanding the truth is what actually protects your fortune. In 1982, the United States Mint did not produce traditional proof sets for collectors, which already makes this year special in numismatic history. Denver minted quarters from this year were struck for circulation, not for collectors, meaning quality control focused on quantity rather than perfection. As a result, some coins show weak strikes, unusual textures, or surface problems that confuse new collectors and make them think they have discovered a treasure worth unimaginable money. The truth is that a normal 1982 D. Washington quarter, especially one in very dirty or worn condition, is not rare and not worth millions. In circulated condition, its value is usually close to face value. Dirt, corrosion, scratches, and heavy wear reduce value. They do not increase it. No major auction, museum, or professional grading service has ever sold a regular 1982 D quarter for anywhere near $1 million. Any claim saying otherwise is pure myth. However, where the story becomes truly fascinating is in mint errors, because this is where genuine high value can exist. A very small number of 1982 D quarters may show dramatic mint mistakes such as being struck on the wrong metal, missing a clad layer, being severely off-center, or having strong and verifiable doubled dies. These are not ordinary coins, and they are instantly recognizable to experts using magnification, weight testing, and metallurgical analysis. Even so, it is crucial to understand scale. Even the most extreme and authenticated errors from this year sell in the thousands or tens of thousands of dollars, not millions. A coin becomes a $1 million item only when it is historically unique, documented, professionally graded at the highest level, and desired by the entire collecting world. The 1982 D quarter does not meet those conditions in standard form, no matter how dramatic the story surrounding it may sound. Many people mistakenly believe that dirt hides value, imagining that underneath grime lies a secret fortune. In reality, dirt hides details, and details are everything in coin collecting. Grading companies do not reward neglect. They reward preservation. Cleaning a coin incorrectly can permanently destroy value, but leaving it filthy does not magically make it priceless either. Serious collectors want clarity, originality, and verifiable characteristics. The myth of overnight billionaire coins spreads because it is emotionally powerful. It gives hope, excitement, and a feeling of destiny. But real wealth in numismatics comes from patience, education, and verification. Those who truly make money from coins study metal compositions, mint histories, strike diagnostics, and auction records over many years. They do not rely on rumors or dramatic YouTube titles. If you believe you have something unusual, the only path forward is professional authentication. A genuine error coin must be examined by recognized grading services using scientific methods. Weight, diameter, edge structure, and metal content tell the real story. Without this, any claim of extraordinary value remains just a story, exciting but empty. It is also important to understand that the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of quarters in the early 1980s. High mintage alone does not kill value, but it means rarity must come from something exceptional, not from age or dirt. Collectors pay premiums for coins that stand out clearly and undeniably, not coins that simply look old or damaged. The real power of knowledge is that it protects you from being cheated. Many people are convinced by sellers or videos telling them to never spend this coin, or don't sell below millions. These claims are not supported by the professional coin market. Believing them can cause people to reject fair offers or waste money chasing false appraisals. In the end, the 1982 D Washington quarter is a historically interesting coin from a challenging time at the U.S. Mint. It can be valuable only if it has a real, authenticated mint error, and even then, its value is measured realistically, not magically. Coins do not change fortunes through myths. They change fortunes through facts. The most valuable thing you can own is not a dirty quarter, but correct information. Next up, the 1997 P Washington quarter often creates shock, excitement, and confusion when people find one in old change, especially when the coin looks extremely dirty, worn, or forgotten. Many believe such a coin could secretly be worth millions, capable of changing a person's life overnight. While the idea is thrilling, the true story of the 1997 P quarter is far more interesting, educational, and powerful than simple internet myths. Understanding this coin properly can save you from disappointment and help you recognize real treasure when it actually appears. The Philadelphia Mint struck millions of Washington quarters in 1997, and the majority of them entered everyday circulation. Because the P mint mark represents Philadelphia, many people assume it automatically means rarity, but that is not the case. A normal 1997 P quarter, even in very dirty or heavily circulated condition, is not rare by default. Dirt, wear, scratches, and dark toning do not increase value. In most cases, they reduce it. A dirty coin does not hide millions of dollars. It hides its true condition. In average circulated condition, a standard 1997 P Washington quarter is typically worth only its face value of 25 cents. Even when heavily worn, the metal composition remains the same, copper-nickel clad, with no silver content at all. This alone immediately tells experienced collectors that the coin cannot reach extreme prices unless something truly extraordinary is present. No amount of age, dirt, or emotional attachment can change that fact. However, this is where the story becomes serious and fascinating. The real value of a 1997 P quarter does not come from its date or mint mark alone. It comes from errors and anomalies that occurred during the minting process. Only a microscopic fraction of coins escape the mint with major errors, and those are the pieces that collectors chase aggressively. These coins are rare not because people say so, but because they physically should not exist. A genuine mint error such as a dramatic off-center strike, A double-struck design, a clipped planchet, or a major die misalignment can multiply the value of a 1997 P quarter. In such cases, the coin may sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the severity and eye appeal. Still, even the most impressive confirmed errors from this year do not reach millions of dollars. Anyone claiming otherwise is selling fantasy, not numismatics. Condition also plays a critical role. A dirty coin is usually considered damaged unless the dirt is removable without harming the surface. Professional collectors and grading services value clarity, originality, and visible detail. If grime permanently eats into the metal, the coin's desirability drops sharply. This is why cleaning a coin incorrectly can destroy its remaining value in seconds, turning a potentially collectible piece into nothing more than pocket change. Uncirculated 1997 P quarters, especially those preserved from mint sets, can carry modest premiums. Coins with strong luster, sharp details, and no contact marks may sell for higher prices than circulated examples, but even pristine examples do not reach extreme numbers. Their value lies in condition rarity, not in magical transformation stories. It is important to understand that no confirmed 1997 P Washington quarter has ever sold for millions of dollars in the legitimate coin market. Coins that reach million-dollar levels are usually early American silver or gold pieces, experimental strikes, or historically critical rarities with extremely low survival rates. The 1997 P quarter simply does not belong to that category, no matter how dramatic the claim sounds. That said, the power of knowledge is what truly changes fortunes. Many collectors become wealthy not by believing exaggerated stories, but by learning how to identify real errors, authenticate coins properly, and avoid scams. A single authentic error coin found in circulation can still bring meaningful money, but only if expectations are grounded in reality. If you own a 1997 P Washington quarter and believe something about it looks unusual, the correct step is professional evaluation, not blind belief. Magnification, weight measurement, and expert verification are the only ways to confirm true value. Never sell a coin based on hype, and never assume dirt equals rarity. Coins speak through facts, not rumors. The Washington Quarter series is still one of the most collected U.S. coin designs in history. Millions of people search their change every day, hoping to find something extraordinary. While most finds are ordinary, the thrill of the hunt remains real, and occasionally genuine surprises do appear. But they reward patience, education, and honesty, not shortcuts. In the end, the 1997 P Washington quarter is a reminder that real treasure is hidden in understanding, not exaggeration. It will not make you a billionaire overnight, but learning the truth behind it can make you a smarter collector forever. And in the world of coins, knowledge is the rarest currency of all. Next up, the 1990 D Washington quarter is a coin that many people overlook because it feels modern, common, and ordinary at first glance. It was struck at the Denver Mint, which produced hundreds of millions of quarters that year to meet everyday circulation demand. Because of this massive production, most 1990 D quarters you find in pockets, drawers, or very dirty condition are not rare by default. However, what makes this coin interesting is not the year itself, but what could have gone wrong during its creation. The Washington quarter design, featuring George Washington on the obverse and the eagle on the reverse, had already been in use for decades by 1990. The minting process was highly industrial, fast, and mechanical. When millions of coins are struck at extreme speed, mistakes are inevitable. Most errors are minor and worthless, but a tiny fraction can be extraordinary, and these are the coins that fuel the legends of overnight fortune. A normal 1990 D quarter in dirty or heavily circulated condition is typically worth only face value, meaning 25 cents, or slightly more if someone just needs it for a collection hole. Dirt, where corrosion and scratches actually reduce value, not increase it. This is where many myths collapse. Dirt does not make a coin rare. In fact, professional collectors prefer clean, original surfaces, even on old coins. Where the story changes completely is in the world of major mint errors. If a 1990 D quarter was struck on the wrong metal, such as a planchet meant for another denomination, or shows a dramatic off-center strike, missing clad layer, or a double-struck error with extreme separation, then the value can rise sharply. These coins are not common. They are statistical accidents, and only a few survive unnoticed in circulation. Even then, claims of millions of dollars must be treated carefully. In real numismatics, only historically important, extremely old or one-of-a-kind error coins reach seven-figure prices. A 1990 D quarter, even with a serious error, usually sells in the hundreds to thousands of dollars, not millions. The market rewards rarity plus demand, and modern quarters face strong limits in both. Some collectors confuse unimaginable value with viral exaggeration. Social media videos often claim modern coins can make you a billionaire overnight, but these stories are designed for views, not truth. Real wealth-changing coins exist, but they are documented, graded, and auctioned under strict expert verification. Without authentication, no buyer will pay serious money. If someone truly believes they have a unique 1990 D quarter, the first step is never to sell it privately or clean it. Cleaning destroys originality and can erase thousands of dollars in potential value instantly. The correct path is professional grading, where experts examine metal composition, strike quality, and authenticity under magnification and testing. It is important to understand that rarity is not emotional. It is mathematical. Millions of people check their change every day. If a coin were truly worth millions and easy to identify, it would already be known, cataloged, and locked away in elite collections. Hidden treasures exist, but they are exceptionally subtle, not obvious dirt-covered coins with ordinary features. That said, the power of coin collecting is not just money. It is history, curiosity, and the chance, however small, to discover something extraordinary. A genuine mint error can still change your financial situation in a meaningful way, even if it does not make you a billionaire. For many collectors, a four-figure discovery is life-changing enough. The 1990 D Washington quarter represents a modern myth of hidden wealth, reminding us how hope spreads faster than facts. The real lesson is that knowledge is more valuable than hype. When you understand coins deeply, you protect yourself from disappointment and scams, and you recognize real opportunity when it appears. So if you hold a 1990 D quarter today, especially in dirty condition, do not assume magic, but do not dismiss it blindly either. Examine it carefully, learn the signs of true errors, and respect the process. Fortune does not come from belief alone. It comes from verification, patience, and truth.